Okay, let's just admit it. Workplace drama is something we all go through. It's that constant buzz of gossip, the tension you can cut with a knife, and it can make a job you actually like feel totally exhausting. Everybody has to deal with it, but most of us have no idea how.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? I mean, we all know how fast that free cake tech spreads, but this is about how negativity can absolutely take over a whole team before you even realize what's happening. It's a wildfire.
And the damage is real. The second drama takes root, trust is gone. It just sucks away all the mental and emotional energy you're supposed to be using for your actual job. And let's be honest, it just makes the whole place miserable to be in.
But here's the good news. You are not powerless in this. Not at all. You can absolutely take back control. So in this explainer, we're going to build you a toolkit. We're talking everything from quick comebacks to some really deep psychological strategies that will help you shut down drama for good.
All right, first up, your immediate line of defense. Think of these as verbal first aid. They're these powerful, in-the-moment phrases you can pull out to stop gossip right in its tracks without making things even more awkward.
You know, one of the best tools in your kit is humor. A lighthearted comeback like one of these shows you're not taking the bait. It basically reframes the whole rumor as some kind of ridiculous soap opera, and it makes it really hard for the other person to keep going without looking kind of silly.
Okay, another really slick move is to just flip the script by asking for help. Seriously, when you ask the person you think is spreading the rumor for their help to stop it, it completely disarms them. You're basically turning them from the bad guy into a potential partner in solving the problem. And this is so important. This is about being more than just a bystander. You've got to be an upstander. Stepping in when the gossip is about someone else is how you build a healthy team culture. Asking a simple question about fairness forces people to pause and think about what they're actually doing.
So here's the big takeaway. Instead of getting defensive or, even worse, joining in, you use one of these powerful strategic phrases. You're not ignoring it, you're shutting it down, but you're doing it with class.
But what about when you're dealing with someone who's just always negative? That person who thrives on drama? Yeah, a simple phrase might not be enough. And that's where our next tool comes in. It's called the gray rock method.
The idea here is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. See, toxic people feed on attention and emotional reactions. It's like fuel for them. So, by making yourself as boring and unresponsive as a plain old gray rock, you starve them of that fuel. They get bored and they move on.
So how do you actually do it? Well, you keep your conversations with them super short. Use a flat, neutral tone of voice, don't share anything personal about yourself, and when they start trying to stir up drama, just act bored. You basically become an emotional brick wall.
Now, this is absolutely crucial. You have to know when not to use this. This is not a silver bullet. If what you're facing is actual harassment or discrimination, you don't ignore it, you report it. Period. And if you find that the person is just getting more aggressive or that playing the gray rock is taking a toll on your own mental health, it's time to stop and get help.
Okay, let's peel back another layer. If you really want to escape drama, you have to understand the invisible roles that people are playing, and that brings us to a really fascinating psychological model called Karpman's drama triangle.
So this model shows us 3 toxic roles that people fall into without even realizing it. You've got the victim, who feels powerless, the persecutor, who's always blaming someone, and the rescuer, who swoops in to save the day, which really just keeps the victim from ever solving their own problems. You've seen this, right? The person complaining about their deadline, the other person blaming them for being lazy, and a third person jumping in to do the work for them. Sound familiar? The reason this is so bad is that it's a never-ending loop. Nothing ever gets solved. It's just blame, rescue, repeat. It's a total trap. So, the big question is, how on earth do you get out of it? You escape by making a conscious choice to shift into what's called the winning triangle. So instead of being a victim, you choose to be vulnerable. You own your feelings and ask for what you need. Instead of a persecutor, you're assertive. You state your needs without attacking anyone. And instead of a rescuer, you're caring. You offer support, but you don't take over.
All right, let's talk about the really tough stuff. Because it is so important to know the difference between healthy conflict, which is good for a team, and bullying, which is obviously destructive.
This slide lays it out perfectly. Look, healthy conflict is about debating ideas. It's how we get to the best solution, and it actually makes teams stronger. Unhealthy conflict? That's about attacking people. It's personal, it involves gossip, and it creates an environment where nobody feels safe to speak up. And that brings us to the hardest scenario of them all. What do you do when it's not just a disagreement, but it's actual bullying, especially when it's coming from someone who has power over you?
Well, some really interesting research from Newcastle University actually modeled this exact situation. What you're looking at is a model of the possible outcomes. See that red line? That's what happens when the victim just ignores the bullying. It gets worse over time. But the blue line? That's what happens when the victim decides to escalate and report it. Their outcome gets dramatically better. The research looked at it like a strategic game, and the results were kind of surprising. So what this research is telling us loud and clear is this. Ignoring a bully is a losing strategy. According to their model, the most rational, most effective choice you can make is to escalate and report the behavior. Just tolerating it makes the bully stronger. Escalating it gives you a path to actually winning.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. We've gone from quick comebacks all the way to complex game theory. And the whole point is to shift your mindset, to stop being a reactive victim of drama and start being a strategic navigator of your own career.
So here it is, your complete toolkit. You've got powerful phrases for those in-the-moment situations. You've got the gray rock method for those chronically difficult people. You know how to spot the drama triangle and shift to the winning triangle. And you know that when it comes to real bullying, the data says you should escalate and report it.
You are officially equipped with a strategy. So the final question really isn't about if you can handle drama anymore. It's about how you're going to start. So look at this toolkit. What is the one pattern, the one small thing that you are going to change this week?